Oh, they're lane ends. How do I handle that, John? Well, I'm glad you asked, dear viewer. Welcome back to the channel, my friends. We're going to start with some road strategy. We're going to talk about GoPro stuff. We're going to crack as many jokes as possible, have as much fun as possible, drink as much coffee as possible, and hopefully you laugh at most of that. Hey, am I in frame all right? I'm still trying to figure out where the camera should be in relation to the vertical plane, if you will. But stuff like that back there. Let's do some road strategy. If you're new to riding, welcome, welcome. It's an addiction there is no cure for. Kind of like that love and the song and the whatever. I should have set my GPS. Dag nabbit. Anyway, we're gonna wing it. But I don't often talk road strategy because I am not the world's foremost expert on how to safely navigate the streets with a motorcycle. However, I will share with you some of my favorite tips and tricks. And you just saw one. It's called the head check. Yes. Look where you want to go and look everywhere all at once. Pull an exorcist. Like this car. They're going to pull out probably in front of me. I don't know which way they're going. I couldn't see a turn signal. But if you see a car on the side of the road, hey, they didn't even stop. But if you see a car on the side of the road and you see their wheels moving, pretty good indication they're going to pull out in front of you. So be cautious. Hover over that brake pedal. Hover over the brake. Hover over the brake lever. Don't do what I do. But look, seriously, I got some, not complaints, but some comments recently saying that some of the things I do behind bars, and that's handlebars, not police and jail bars, some of the things I do behind bars are a little sketchy and dangerous for the new rider. And I appreciate the commenter who said that. I do. It was a good reminder, which is all I'm doing right now is reminding you of stuff you already know. And if you don't know it, then, well, hell, I just might have helped somebody. Check me out. I'm like an awesome person, right? But seriously, don't do the advanced stuff until you can do the basic stuff, the fundamentals, if you will, quite properly and with skill. My brain turns to mush because my brain is like, dude, we have got to concentrate on riding first. Be safe. Be safe. And that's a big thing I would like to impart upon you, is to remember that getting home safely is the first rule of motorcycling. However you decide to go about doing that, well, that's up to you. And if you decide to not heed any of my words of wisdom or advice, then, well, that's okay too. It's your life, you live it. All I can do is try to help. Yep, saw you pull out, slowed down early, no big deal. You know, road strategy is a funny thing. It pretty much all boils down to one big thing, and that is expect the unexpected. I think it was Moto Mike 805 used to say, treat everybody out there like they're trained assassins trying to kill you. And for the most part, people aren't actually trying to do that. But they inadvertently do that when they pull stupid like that. And I can see them coming up in my mirrors. So you got to watch your mirrors. And like, take this intersection, for instance. Usually somebody goes straight across here, even though it's a left turn only lane. Hey, what's up, buddy? See? The biker did it. The guy on the 650. Yes, I looked at it at the light. But people are going to do stupid things, so you got to always be prepared for the unexpected. Because the unexpected will happen. And let him go. I don't want to ride with that guy. It's just a fact of life. See? He's all going to go be Speedy Gonzalez. Andale, andale, old cartoon reference. And I'm going to let him do that because I want to get home safely. And if you recognize this road from a recent ride, well, I am determined to take Springfield Road to its logical completion on this ride. I sure am. Plus, it was so much fun to ride yesterday that I'm going to ride it today and hopefully not be late getting home from work. But like I was saying, expect the unexpected. check your blind spots, check your mirrors. Don't sit in somebody's blind spot, all right? So right now we're okay, we're on the highway, but with this Nissan up here, right about here, I'm entering their blind spot. They can't see me. So I have to be extra cautious so they don't hit me. And now I'm past them, I'm okay again. That was like the #1 piece of advice that I was given by an experienced rider when I first started riding. He was like, yeah, you got all the shifting and the turning and all that, but you need to not sit in people's blind spot, because if they all of a sudden decide to change lanes, boom, you're toast. They're not going to see you. You're not going to have time to react. You're just going to be a smear on the pavement. And that is no good for anybody. That can shorten your good times, okay? And I want everybody that watches my videos and sees how much fun I'm having to have just as much fun on their own bike, in their own ride, in their own time, and keep on riding. That is a goal. It's a worthy goal, I think. But that was a good piece of advice, and we're coming up on Springfield Road. This was a horrible intersection, and that brings up my next point. After I mentioned that if you got to duck walk and pull up slowly to make sure that you can make a safe turn, then just do it, because nobody cares what you look like as long as you make it home at the end of the day. But if you have the opportunity to get a bike with ABS, I highly recommend it. This bike, the 2019 Street Glide Special, has linked brakes, so pressing on the front and rear brake drags the opposite. So in the case of the front, it's got it's got 2 discs up there. So when you press the rear brake, it'll drag, I think, the passenger side one, drags one of the front discs. And when you press the front brake, it drags the rear disc, which helps a little bit with braking, keeping it balanced a little bit. But this whole road strategy thing came to mind because I was watching some videos recently and people were having a lot of close calls. And I was editing some footage the other day of a trip I took recently, a short trip, it was a day trip. And there was a deer by the side of the road. I didn't hit it, it didn't hit me. Turns out to be a non-issue, but it got me to thinking I need to remind myself to pay more attention to the side of the road. So in the last 100 videos, I've gotten really comfortable at both riding and talking at the same time. I'm still kind of a mush brain at it, but I still keep doing it, practicing, and practice makes perfect, or permanent, as my wife says. She was a music major. Doo-doo-doo, she played the saxophone. But really, you need to practice, and build in those fundamentals into your muscle memory. Because I was trying to think, when was the last time I had a close call on a motorcycle? And it's been a long time. The thing that gets me is riding at night and not seeing a corner come up on me. So that's just a little bit of road strategy today. Hopefully that reminded you to go watch, I don't know, Dan the Fireman or MC Rider. Those guys are a fountain of knowledge. Yes, a wealth of knowledge, if you will, on the subject of road strategy. And I really enjoy watching their videos and getting reminders that I need to take my time and be safer when I ride. Also, if you notice, when I do my hands-off experience, I'm not exactly doing it on roads that I'm fresh on. I have experience on those roads in the past, so I know kind of what's coming up. You know what I mean? Kind of know what I'm doing. Plus, I'm looking out really far, and I think that's important. So before I get into things I don't know about, I did mention the GoPro earlier. I am sort of inadvertently doing a test of it. Luckily, the remote did not reset itself today like it did on the last ride. But when I got back to my bike here, the tour pack was where my phone was, and it said your battery is overheating. And I checked the temperature on the bike, it says 95 degrees. So these GoPros have been sitting in a tour pack with no airflow for, I don't know, all day. And we're at 13 minutes of recording at 2.7K, 30 frames a second, all the stabilization in the world. Now, granted, I do have quite a bit of airflow around my cameras, but I just thought people might want to know that I did a GoPro heat test outside in the real world in non-scientific terms or fashion. That's just how it goes, people. Next up, we're going to get on Powder Mill Road. the place where I test rode this bike. This bike knows its way around this area. It wasn't born here. It was born in Milwaukee or York, somewhere like that. And but it spent its first year or so in the dealer demo fleet. Oh, can a guy get a break? Pull out, go. I got just enough time, go. This is sketchy. Hey, it worked! We did it! Haha! Woo! Yeah, that's part of knowing your bike. At this point, with just over 18,000 miles on the odometer, I've put over 15,000 of those miles on it. I said it was in the demo fleet, right? And of those 15,000 miles, those 15,000 miles, I'm getting super comfortable on this bike. Here's a good one. Gotta watch out for the cars coming from the sides and wanting to cut you off. I can see it. It's probably a dot in the visibility there for you guys. There's a white SUV blocking traffic coming this way because he wants to go in our direction. Are you gonna go my way? Lenny Kravitz. But don't be the guy that lets him in, because that opens you to getting hit by other cars. And that is not good for anybody. Oh yeah, they are totally hosed. Good golly. But if you let people in some states, you can actually be liable if they hit somebody. And I'm in the wrong lane. But we're gonna get on Springfield Road. It's hot. I'm trying to avoid the sun a little bit. Hey, what's up, buddy? Nice Triumph. Yeah, see, I didn't have a hand free, so I just yelled over at him, hey, nice bike, you know? I am nothing if not an inclusive biker. I don't really give a what the you ride, as long as you're riding, right? Hey, we're long enough in the video now, I can just curse and not have to bleep it out, right? Everybody's clicked off. But we're here on Springfield Road. This is a beautiful little road, and I can feel it feels like 20 degrees cooler over here than it did on the last couple of roads. Oh, the sun is baking me, even with my gear on. All right, I'm gonna ask a question for the people watching the end of the video. Dealer test rides, if you go on one, do they always go slow and like straight roads, or do you catch them on roads like this? Because I don't know if it's still true, but the dealership I bought this bike at, they had this road as part of their test ride loop. And the salesman that sold me this bike, he actually dusted me coming down this road. He was familiar with the street glide he was riding. I was obviously not familiar and was riding within my comfort level. Aha, there's that road strategy again. And so I didn't really test out the limits of the bike, but I did find it handled it pretty well. So if you've had that kind of experience, let me know. Or is it all just low and slow like the Harley demo days? Oops, I put my signal on way early. What a great bike. What an absolute peach of a bike. Now I have no idea if going the other way gets me home any faster, but Chippa says go this way. And aha, I see it now. Yeah, it's gonna take me over those God bless America speed bumps and potholes. Oh, I should have gone the other way. The other way, I do believe, takes me out to Old Glory Harley, which we're not going to today. I gotta get home. Take my kids to karate. Hiya! They're doing karate, and it's awesome. It's like cuteness overload to watch my kids do karate. They're little, they're both under 10, so it's still cute for them, you know? But they're having a blast at it, and I think I've said enough. So without any, no, wait, maybe Nuremberg won't take us there. Anyway, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my ride. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I hope it goes swimmingly. Brakes, whoop. Look at that. Knowing your bike, knowing your limits. riding with safety in mind, mostly. So that's going to do it for me, folks. Go check out the stuff on screen now, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Boop. Countermeasures have been deployed. See you later.